Stop it. We're not saying that on camera.
Hello. Today's going to be an awesome day. We are going to see if we can get the Corolla driving under its own power. In order to do that, we have kind of a big list. First and foremost, we got to get the brakes situated. We are going to remove the brake booster and go a boosterless system, and then put fluid in the lines and bleed the brake lines. We're going to have to bleed the clutch line so the clutch works. We're going to have to add transmission fluid, and best of all, we have to put in our drive shaft. We just got it extended 2 or 3 inches from Drivelines Northwest, and we're going to try and put her in the car and see if we can put the car in gear and move it under its own power. It's a big day, and if we can get those things done, I really don't care how the car looks. I'm just going to try and see if I can put it in the car, get the car to start, put it in gear, and see if those back wheels move. And if that's the case, I'm going to pull it forward. So we'll see what happens. All right, the big piece of the puzzle for the 4AG swap TE72 was going to be the drive shaft. Sometimes whenever you motor swap a car, you don't know if the front shaft needs to be longer than the rear shaft, etc., etc. We have the front section of a factory TE72 here, and we have the front section of a factory AE86 here. Since we're using the T50 off an AE86, we have to use this front shaft. And it was just too short to meet up with where the engine ended up sitting. I actually think the engine sits up a little too forward now, but that's fine. So in order to fix this, instead of fabricating new engine mounts, etc., we just extended the drive shaft 2 inches. And you can see the yoke is a lot longer here than it is on this one. The rear section is exactly the same on both, and I'm gonna bet that this is gonna work. I had this balanced and coated and re-lubed up, but we also have the factory AE86. We're gonna try and pop this whole system in as is because it's all balanced and restored. Shout out to drivelinesnorthwest.com. It wasn't cheap. It was about $314 to get this extended and reconditioned. But I'm really happy because everything's balanced out, and so everything's should drive normally. They lubed up the carrier bearing. When they extended the front piece, you can't even tell that they extended it. It just looks so good. So we're gonna try and pop this in the car first thing, and then if everything bolts in with this, then we'll go ahead and start adding transmission fluid. We'll go ahead and start adding clutch fluid, and we'll go ahead and bleed the brakes just to see if we can get the car moving under its own power. Much better. All right, let's see if this lines up correct, if I measured correctly, and the drive shaft lines up with the carrier bearing. I could have even sent the wrong drive shaft. There we go. Good. And we are lined up with the carrier bearing. Woohoo! Let's see if we can throw that in. Okay, let's see, get this one in. All right. Let's see if we can get it in. And then I might even move on after this to go to the back. M10 by 1.25 bolts, just so everyone knows if you're looking for what goes there. That's in. Oh, so sick. And those look like 14s. So let me get this all the way up in there. All right. That's awesome. Now we can tighten this up. And the yoke fits perfectly in the back of the transmission. The guys at Drivelines Northwest told me something I didn't know you needed. And you need about 1 inch of play so the transmission can shift back and forth for the drive shaft. And I measured it perfect. And they said, hey, if you measured it all the way to the end, we need to buy you 1 inch. So they only extended it 2 inches. And so if you're gonna do this swap and leave your TE72 front subframe in place like I'm doing with my Pitman arm there, you just need to extend the front bit of your drive shaft 2 inches and it bolts to the back of your 4AG T50. This is a brace for the T50 out of a 4AGE. And not the T50 from a TE72. The holes don't line up. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark where this hole is here, and I'm gonna pop in a riv nut into here, an M10, just like how this one is. So at least the hardware matches. And that way I don't have to like fabricate some bracket or anything. And this metal's super strong in here. So I'm gonna mark where it should go, and then hopefully we can get these in with the riv nuts, and we should be good to go. So let's get all up in here. All right. I want to make sure I do this correctly. All right. Riv nut is in place. Great. Look at that. Oof. All right. We got 4 bolts in the transmission brace. This is fantastic. It's gonna tilt it up just a little bit, but I can torque those down and now the transmission will be solid. So let me go ahead and throw this down, and then I think that's a 12.
I'm on camera duty. Babe, what do I need to do? He said slide on under the car. That's what I wanted you to say.
Slide on under the car, anybody.
Yep. I want to move the heater. Hold on. Courtesy of Mike's freaking MacGyver thing, he made a diesel heater, so I'm gonna use it. Oh, this is so...
There you go.
Hey, this is really gross.
Where you're gonna stand in place is you're gonna put it on there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I just have to hold it up.
Yeah, but don't ruin your muscles just yet, because we're not ready. Move your hand. Move your hand. Move your hand.
Go hit my head.
There you go.
Let me get in position.
We're not. I know we're not ready for you to hold it up just yet. But look, this is where it's gonna go.
Oh shit, it fits.
Just like that.
You see that? It fucking fits. It's kind of dark under here.
The drive shaft fits perfectly.
Yeah. I'm a capable woman with fucking acrylics, getting it done.
You're bolting in the rear end of the drive shaft to the differential, and the differential's old and leaky.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
This is a differential?
Yeah, it's
so disgusting.
Yeah, I know. We're just trying to get the car driving. If we had more money, we could buy a AE86 diff, but right now we just want to drive, so who cares?
Okay.
So you're going to do that, and I'm going to work on flushing the transmission fluid while you're doing that.
Wait, okay, well, I need one more nut.
It's right here. I haven't moved it. It's right here.
Oh, thank you.
What's up?
He said spin the tire, and so I was trying to move it like right or left. like it could turn. But he meant this way. What?
Take this and pour it in this opening here, like how I'm doing.
Okay,
pour it in this
the whole
tray.
thing?
Yeah, not in the middle here, but in this tray, okay?
Okay.
And just pour a little bit one by one.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to flush the transmission because there's a lot of mooey coming out, okay? You can just sit in there and pour when I tell you to pour, okay?
Okay. So, we are clearing out the transmission fluid?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing?
Yeah.
A lot of mooey. What Mike says.
Because I was going to drive the car, and then I realized, oh, the transmission doesn't seem to be shifting right. And it turns out there's no fluid.
There's no fluid. So we just went like this and I put some in there.
How much is left in that thing? It says on the side.
Oh, cool. Let's see. There is, looks like, oh my god, 100 milliliters.
So we almost got rid of the whole thing.
Yeah. There's our little helper.
There's a smudge on the camera lens, but who cares? We put the drive shaft on.
We did it!
We put transmission fluid in the transmission, and I fixed the transmission brace so it's a little bit more solid. Next, we have to bleed the clutch line so the clutch will work.
Awesome.
And once we bleed the clutch line, we'll have basically a clutch and a transmission. And then after that, we'll try to switch out the brake booster to a non-brake booster setup. It'll be cleaner in the engine bay, just more simple. And then we should be able to start her up.
Oh my god, all today.
All
that
today.
Sounds like a lot.
Let's try and get it done.
Okay.
All right, what we're doing right now is we're actually removing the brake booster on this. And I know a brake booster setup would be easier to drive on the street, but honestly, this created a huge vacuum leak in the carbs. And I don't want to run this. And so we got a T3 brake booster delete system. So this should come off. And everything's still connected, obviously. And then we're gonna go inside the car and try and pull the brake booster off this way. Another thing with the T3 system is you need a new shaft. And so hopefully the shaft that we bought is the right shaft, because otherwise I have to redo this. So let's see if we can get this done.
Okay. Does that mean the brakes are gonna be harder to push?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Try again. Aha! Good. Okay. Well, we're just. Okay, I'm gonna rest it right here. Cool.
Cool.
Who wants it? Come and get it. I was kidding.
Very expensive.
What are we gonna do with it?
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take it apart, and I hope this works.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Let's hope to God we bought the right shaft. I don't know. I just guessed.
Okay. Oh, got it.
You found it?
Yeah. Oh, do I need the?
All right.
Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, great. I'm gonna put the thing in. Does the black thing on the bottom? It points.
Goes on one of the holes.
Okay.
Does not go on itself.
Okay. Oh! You pushed too hard. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, push it down. Pump it 3 times.
1, 2, 3.
Now go check the reservoir and make sure it's empty.
Okay.
Alright, we're dead in the water because I don't have the right fitting for my wheel woods to plumb the brake lines, so we can't take it for a drive today. Plus it's almost 5 o'clock. But what we did do was name one thing we did.
Drive shaft. We installed the drive shaft.
We did the drive shaft, we did the clutch line and master cylinder, we reinforced the transmission brace, and we got rid of the brake booster. Okay, and so really what we're gonna do now, and we filled the transmission with trans fluid.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't know there was none in there. And so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try and start the car, and the ultimate test, it's gonna be loud and it's gonna be noisy and pop and bang and all that, we know. Yeah.
I'm ready.
But the ultimate test is if the car is in neutral, the back wheels should not move, or maybe move just a little bit. And if the car is in gear, they should move. But if the back wheels move at all times, then we have a broken transmission. And we've never tested this transmission before.
Okay.
We bought it from, we bought this transmission, hold on. We literally bought this transmission in the back alley of Los Angeles.
Did you?
Yeah, I traded the guy $300 and a case of beer. When we lived in Orange. I went all the way to LA to buy this transmission.
Oh my God, I didn't remember that.
And then Rob power washed it for us.
Oh shit! Oh
and
my God,
it's been dry since, right? So we don't know if it's broken.
Okay. Shit.
Or serviced or anything.
I should get the fired.
There won't be a fire. It's
Oh,
just
will
the
be?
transmission might be broken. The car's not gonna catch on fire.
Oh, okay. That's my worst for always.
So we're gonna see if the car the car will start. I'm not worried about that. But we'll see if the wheels move
Okay.
when I'm in neutral. So I'm gonna be yelling, I'm in neutral! Film the tires, baby! And then I'm gonna put it in gear and we'll see if they move. It's gonna be loud, but we're gonna do that. And if everything works, then we can continue on. But if it doesn't work, I know.
We're gonna have to fuck.
Yeah.
Get
All right.
transmission.
Enough talking. Let's try this. We did a lot today. I'm proud of us.
Right, baby. Let's go, Lola. Stop moving.
Oh boy.
You're stuck.
I'm stuck. The
Shit.
door won't open.
It's moving. It doesn't work. Come back. Oh, you're stuck. I forgot.
The clutch doesn't work.
Shit.
Oh well.
That's why-
So it doesn't move when I'm in neutral, but as soon as I put it in gear and the clutch is in, it just feels like it's in gear.
Oh,
and
it shouldn't
even though
be.
I'm pushing the clutch in, it's not doing anything.
Oh, that's weird. What does that mean?
I wonder what it is. We'll have to diagnose it some other time. But anyway, that's as far as we're gonna get tonight. Thanks so much for watching, Emily. Thank you for your help. We're ending a little bit frustrated. The brakes don't work. The clutch kind of works. The transmission, the RPMs don't move up anymore. Like everything's slowly getting there.
Yeah.
It revs perfectly. It responds well. It's just now I'm stuck in the car. Look, the door doesn't
you can't
open.
get out now, so that's our next dilemma.
So we're a little fucked. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and we're gonna go walk the dogs, and I'm gonna get out of this car. Bye.